to get more clarity on the first step of the program, I want us to take a look at a story in the big book. It's called Fred's Story. It's on pages 39 to 43. Now, we're not going to read the whole story. We're going to take key points out of it and take a little look into understanding the nature of the addict and the first step from this story. Now, it says as follows. Fred is part in a well-known accounting firm. His income is good. He has a fine home, is happily married, and the father of promising children of college age. He has so attractive a personality that he makes friends with everyone. If there ever was a successful businessman, it is Fred. To all appearance, he is a stable, well-balanced individual. Yet, he is alcoholic. Now let's understand very quickly this point. Fred is highly functional. Right? Fred is he's a successful businessman, he has tremendous skills, great personality, happily married even, right? Yet he is an alcoholic. Now this teaches us an important point, that the stereotype of the alcoholic addict is not necessarily true. From all appearances, he's stable and well balanced, which means that we are not saying there's like this addictive personality, right? He's a highly disciplined person. Yet in relationship to drugs or alcohol, in that area, he is, we're going to see, strangely insane. Now, they discussed things with Fred, they reviewed with him, and the idea that's also conveyed is that self-knowledge of a person's condition has absolutely no effect whatsoever on maintaining abstinence. There is no possibility for a person to understand his condition that is going to give him any power to stop or to control the use of drugs and alcohol. Now, Fred heard from the AA people that he had many symptoms and signs of being an alcoholic, and he acknowledged that. But his belief was that with the humiliation he experienced, with his discipline, with his ability to succeed in life, he would be able to stay sober where the other alcoholics who 12-stepped him failed. So let's take a little look further. On the bottom of page 40, he says, in this frame of mind, which is the frame of mind being what I just spoke earlier, that he could succeed through self-knowledge and discipline. So I went about my business, and for a time all was well. I had no trouble refusing drinks and began to wonder if I had not been making too hard work of a simple matter. One day I went to Washington to present some accounting evidence to a government bureau. Now we're going to discuss a little bit what's going on now as we go through this coming up. I had been out of town before during this particular dry spell, so there was nothing new about that. In other words, the fact that he went to Washington or a different location, a different city, was not something that's unusual that could be a cause of his relapse. Physically, I felt fine. In other words, there was no physical cause for his relapse. Neither did I have any pressing problems or worries, right? No anxiety, no troubles. My business came off well. I was pleased and knew my partners would be too. So everything was great. Successful business. Things were going good. No pressure, no stress. It was the end of a perfect day, not a cloud on the horizon. Now, the point we're saying is that there is no triggers. There's no cause. There's no underlying reason why we're going to see in the next paragraph how his relapse occurred. So none of these factors had anything to do with the relapse itself.